You're watching ConMen.
Hey everybody, my name is Billy West. I live in the year 3000. I'm 62 years old and young girls hyperventilate and love me when they meet me and they think I'm cool. I've done a couple of these before. I've been up here maybe 3 times total. It's great. I mean, it gives me a chance to meet people. You know, I really enjoy talking and meeting people. I spend time with them. Recording the last episode of Futurama was emotional for everybody, for all of us, really. I mean, I had worked with these people since 1999, and all of a sudden it was going to be done in a day, and we got together a few times afterward. We did go to Comic-Con in San Diego and say goodbye to everybody, and that was kind of sad, because Futurama, to tell you the truth, it's like the best thing I ever did. I think it was the best cartoon I ever did, and I loved the show. I was a fan of it. Even if I had nothing to do with the show, I would have been a fan of it because of the writing. You don't know whether you're doing something that's going to be huge or culturally phenomenal while you're doing it. You have no idea. And then what happens, happens. You know, I've been very lucky that I had a chance to be heard. I was just very lucky, and I was thrilled to death to do everything that I did. I worked on the Howard Stern show from like 1989 or 90 till 1995, and that was in New York, and it was pretty crazy. They didn't play by any set of rules I ever knew, and just as well. I mean, something had to happen to radio. Radio was just like getting stale, and here comes this guy, this Howard Stern, you know, and he was shaking it up like crazy, and I really wanted to work with him when I came there, but I didn't say anything because I thought that show didn't need anybody. It didn't need me. And then one day he said, why don't you come in a couple times? And I started going in and guesting, and then I wound up working on the show part-time, like 3 days a week, because I was doing Ren and Stimpy. Juggling passions. If you have a few things that you love, if you live long enough, you'll be able to have a good solid career at all of them. I spent a great part of life playing music and doing gigs, and I spent a lot of time in radio, and then I spent a lot of time with television and doing programming, cartoons and everything. I can always go back to any of the ones that I'm not doing, you know, and if I went and did that, then I could always go back and do voiceovers. Hey, stay tuned, you're watching ConMen.
My name is Stephen Ross. We are at Sac-Con in Sacramento, California. Lots of weird-ass people gathered together for the same purpose, to have fun, to beg for attention, to be obnoxious in large groups, and have fun doing most of that. Oftentimes it's the voice actors that come up and be guests. I think this time it's Billy West is like the big draw right now. Last time I was here they had John Kay, the creator of Ren and Stimpy. They had Phil Lamar, one of my voice acting idols. So that was fun. A lot of the cosplay has really grown in leaps and bounds, especially since their sister con, Sac Anime, has moved over to the convention center. It's gotten huge, like thousands and thousands of attendees.
Stay tuned, you're watching ConMen.
My name is Vic Mignogna. I am a voice actor for animation and video games, and I'm at Sac-Con in Sacramento, baby! I don't think I've ever been to Sac-Con before. I've been to Sac Anime several times, and I love the people that put on this event. Dan Hoke and his gang are some very, very dear friends. I love Sac-Con. I love all the people up here. I have so many friends in the Sacramento area, and when he asked me to come up for this, just this one-day event, I was like, sweet, absolutely. I'm excited to be here. You know, it's funny, I used to watch anime, but I didn't know it was anime. That was the funny thing. I used to watch Speed Racer and Kimber the White Lion, and these shows, they were different. You know what I mean? They sounded different. They didn't look like Scooby-Doo. They didn't sound like Bugs Bunny. But I loved them. They were different and they were odd and they were in some way, but I didn't know why. I didn't know that it was because they were from Japan. So the answer would be I always enjoyed anime even before I was a voice actor. I just didn't know it was anime. I've been voice acting for about 15 years, and I had the privilege to do a lot of really great roles. When I ended up playing Broly in Dragon Ball Z, that was a big break. And then of course the biggest break came when I got to play Edward Elric in Full Metal Alchemist. I never intended to lean toward anime voice acting per se. Anime was the opportunity that presented itself. Somebody contacted me and asked me if I wanted to audition for this show. It was a Japanese anime series, Street Fighter 2. And I thought, sure, that sounds like fun. And then I just kept getting other opportunities to do that. I never said to myself, I want to be a Japanese anime voice actor, or I want to be an American voice actor. I just enjoyed voice acting. I would say that Japanese anime voice acting is harder than regular American voice acting. And you know what? Most American animation voice actors, if they're honest, they'll agree. And I'll tell you why. When you voice American cartoons and animation, you record the voices first, which means you have all of this flexibility in how you want to perform the line. You can say it fast, you can say it slow, you can say it loud, you can say it soft, you can pause in the middle, you can pause at the end. With anime, you have to perform the line believably, you have to play the character believably. However, now you have to say it within a strict, predetermined mouth movement. That's hard. And most voice actors will tell you that even though anime is often considered like the redheaded stepchild of animation, and that a lot of American animation doesn't really pay much attention to anime, it's actually harder. If my characters had to fight each other, God forbid, but if they did, I tend to think that either Edward Elric with his great alchemy abilities would win, despite his height, or perhaps Broly, because he's just such a badass, right? He's just so hardcore. That would be a good fight. I mean, look at all the rest of the people on DBZ. All those other guys, they're pussies. Goku? Pussy! Vegeta, Piccolo, pussy! Broly's the man. Of course, I'm a little partial. My name is Vic Mignogna. I'm an anime voice actor and hanging out here at Sac-Con 2013, and you're tuned in to ConMen.
Dressed as Celestia Ludenberg from Danganronpa. I just really like conventions. They're just really fun. I really like the artist alley and the vendors buying things I don't need. I just like how everybody's kind of like the same. Like, you're dressed up and everybody knows who everybody is. And if you're weird, they don't like put you down for it.
You guys are watching ConMen.
3 days and it's all stressful and everything, so it's nice to just go to a con and hang out with people who are
meet up with your friends. It's nice.
like that.
No, I didn't. I didn't say she was my girl.
Thanks for watching ConMen. Stay tuned.
Thanks.
A view to the air, that's off the air, folks.